Guys, what is going on? I've Echo here, and today I wanted to sit and talk to you guys about what I think to be silly decisions made by SCS at the moment, and some of their business plans at the moment for certain things that they're handling with ATS and also ETS2. So I'm going to go over these one by one, and I want to see what other people's opinions are, so don't forget to leave your opinions down in the comments below on what you think and if you agree or disagree with me. Now, my main bone of contention at the moment with SCS is I can't understand why they have released, or started making I should say, the France DLC. So, as many of you will know, SCS is currently making, they are remaking France on ETS2. They are also revamping it with new cities and also new road networks and new road infrastructure. Now, I'm not saying that this is an outright foolish DLC or it's a stupid DLC, because I agree with what they want to do. Their aim for ETS2 is to get a complete map of Europe. Now, that means they need to finish off France, they need to complete Italy, and possibly Greece as well. And they've said they wanted to do that. Now, I don't disagree with that. I think it's great that they're trying to completely finish off their product. But the problem I find with it is now is not the time to be doing it. Now, you've just released ATS, which is, at the time of this recording, about 3 months old. Now, the fact that they have gone back and decided to work on this when they could be working on Arizona, I find to be a stupid idea. Primarily because, if you go and look in the Steam reviews, the main problem that people have, along with there being inaccuracies, which it isn't going to be totally accurate, I understand, but the main problem is lack of content. Now, from north to south with California and Nevada, there is about 900 miles from end to end, and that's simply not enough at the moment for a trucking game. So I can't understand why they've gone and made the France DLC instead of putting all their attention towards their free DLC in Arizona and making sure that's out, so that then that shuts up the critics who are saying, oh look, there's not enough content in this game and there's not enough areas to drive in, etc. And it will also boost your sales because you can use it as an advertising campaign that, look, Arizona's out, the free update, the free big update is out, and whatnot. So I definitely disagree with the France DLC coming out at this time. I think they should come back to it in a couple of months, let's say when they're getting 2 or 3 more states done, if they do like New Mexico or Oregon, then maybe come back and revisit France, but not at this point. Now, my next point as well is there just seems to be a lack of drive towards ATS. Now, I know they're doing the software blogs and they're telling us, look, we're doing this, that, and the other to ATS, but it doesn't feel like it. I mean, over the 3 months, what have we got? We've had a red bar coming over the line saying that we're speeding over our highlight bar, and we've now got to use our gas way stations. That's it in 3 months. Whereas at the moment we're currently sitting there on ETS2, we've got exactly the same updates as that, and we're also getting deals with Rocket League, so there's endorsements with Rocket League for accessories and whatnot, which is great. I mean, they're trying to advertise their products with other companies, so I think it's great that they're trying to do that to get more sales. But my question is, why do they not do that towards ATS? A Rocket League deal with ATS could be a extremely good marketing campaign that they could have used, and they could help advertise their game and make more sales. I mean, this in conjunction with having both map teams focus on Arizona and having 3 solid areas that people could drive around, and having a solid amount of places to get to and drive around and go to, means that they'd actually probably get some more sales from this partnership deal, rather than putting it on an old game that many people can get for a much lower price and making not as much money as they could be off of ATS. Now, the other thing that is extremely confusing to me is they're not using / helping their modders. Now, I do understand the Steam Workshop's up and running, and there is problems still with the Steam Workshop. I think it's great that they're showcasing mods through that and whatnot, but I really think they should be putting more of an emphasis on their modding community. Because in the modding community, we've got people like Jazzy Cat and Pro Mods and people like that really do not get a recognition for their work like they should do. Now, obviously, there's people that do advertise like Pro Mods and whatnot on their streams and whatnot, which is great, but what I think they should do is have like how Tripwire Interactive, if you don't know who makes Killing Floor, what they do is they run a system where you get certain mods. You have like a Steam queue of mods, and you vote which mods you want to see into the game. So if it's single trailers, for example, and you want to see like a certain trailer come into the game, you can vote and that can be implemented in the game. On the other hand, and while some people may not agree with this, I think it would be a good option, people like Jazzy Cat who do huge trailer packs. I remember his ETS2 cargo pack being huge. I used to use that a lot of the time. Used to be an amazing mod. What I think they should do is work with someone like Jazzy Cat and say, look, give us 10 of your best trailers that we can compile into a DLC and sell to our customers. Now then, it's an optional DLC there. I mean, people don't have to buy it if they don't want it. It's entirely up to them. But what I think that will do is get set modder exposure. It will also help bring them in some capital through the sales of that DLC, and it also gives more people content for the game that at the moment it is severely lacking. I mean, even vanilla, I can't see people playing vanilla content of ATS at the moment because you've done all the trailers are done, and that's not a dig at SCS. I mean, they've probably put painstaking hours into making those trailers, but after playing it for near enough 100 hours, I've kind of got bored with the current trailers that we've got. So I definitely think there needs to be more emphasis in helping modders into getting recognition and also getting their work out there, because that will help bring in a lot more out people playing the game a lot more, which in turn they'll have them telling their friends about it and then getting it advertised to other people and then bringing in more money from sales, so that will help them. Now my next point is kind of going to be a half and half. I mean, some people might disagree with this. I don't see the point of the wheel tuning pack. I really don't. Basically, modders have already done it, which I understand. Some people might say, oh yeah, but we can't use the modded versions on multiplayer and whatnot. I can understand that, but I don't understand why you have to pay £2 for a set wheel tuning pack so I can paint my nuts, basically. So yeah, great, I can paint my wheels in red, or I can chrome them, or I can paint them in red, blue, and my favourite colours. But what is the point? I mean, if you are one of the people that plays the game realistically and you're driving in first person and whatnot, do you really honestly care that you've got red wheel nuts and you've got red brake caps or whatnot? I don't see the point. I honestly do not see the point of it. I find it a little bit silly, and it's a bit of a cash cow DLC, I feel, in my opinion. But again, it's my opinion, so you know, people can disagree with it, agree with it, and whatnot. Now my next and final point for this video is 5 years realistic? Now SCS have said that they're going to get the rest of the continental US completed within 5 years. Now honestly, I can't see this being realistic. I mean, I'm going to judge this off of what they've done already. So we're, at the time of this recording, the game released on February, we're now in May, so that's 3 months later, and Arizona is now currently coming into public testing, right? So let's work that out. There's 50 states in the US, continental US. I'm going to take off Arizona, Nevada, and California because they're basically done or been done. And then I'm going to get all of the rest of the 47 states. So the 47, so we're going to do basically 4 months by 47 because it hasn't come out yet, so I'm going to relatively make it 4 months. So we're going to do 4 times 47, which basically gives us 188 months to get all of these map packs done. So then let's divide that by 12, because there's 12 months in a year. That gives us 15 years. Now there's two map teams working out on, there's currently 2 map teams working at SCS who are producing the content and getting these new maps out for you. Let's divide that 15 years by 2. That's still 7.5 years of, based on the time that they're taking now, that's still 7.5 years. Now they may have been moving slow because it's a new game, it's a new game, it's new software, and they're working on it slowly so they don't make many mistakes. And I admire them for that they're taking their time. But honestly, at the moment, there kind of needs to be a kick up the arse for say at the moment, because the severe lack of content is honestly going to put people off at this point. And the fact that it's taken them 4 months to bring out Arizona is extremely difficult. Now, I'm not a map designer myself. I don't know the struggles of a map designer and whatnot, and it could be that it's taken ages. But the problem is, if you had both map teams focusing on Arizona instead of focusing on split focus while working on France, then we wouldn't have this issue. Arizona would be out, and you'd probably see a lot more sales than what have been at the moment. But this is just me voicing my opinion. You may think it's complete and utter crap, but this is kind of the things I'm feeling, and I don't see why they're doing this at the moment. I do find it extremely confusing, but that's my opinion at the end of the day, and you can believe it or not. But yeah, that's been this video. I'm going to leave, don't forget to like, subscribe, favourite, and share with your friends if you find this interesting. I'll leave down below in the links my Twitch link, and you can come see us stream ATS on Wednesdays and Sundays. But, right, I'm going to sign off. I've been Mr. Iveco, and you've been you. See you later, guys.